All right. I'm just going to pull up the Facebook group. Beautiful. All right, everyone. So, welcome. This is the very first long tap that we're doing for this beautiful community that we're creating. Welcome. If you're new here, this is the first one, so everyone's technically new here, but if you're watching this at a later date, welcome. So my name is Alexa, and I am an EFT tapping practitioner. And this group is really about tapping together, doing group taps. And each week we're going to be picking a topic, a general topic, and tapping on that. And if you're watching this video live, please feel free to comment and let me know what's coming up for you so we can basically do this tap together. I love feeding off other people's energy and seeing what's coming up, and incorporating that into the tap. So because this is the first one, I decided to pick the theme, and the theme for this week is insecurity, because this has been a theme that's been popping up for a lot of people in my world, at least. Just this feeling of being insecure. And, there's a lot of different ways to be insecure. We're recording this right now during the time of the quarantine of COVID-19 in 2020. And it's an uncertain time. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of falling away, a lot of old systems and old structures, jobs, and people are feeling insecure. So there's insecurity in the way of your home, food, money, stuff like that. And then there's insecurity about, stepping out into the world and showing the world who you are and sharing your heart with people. Or insecurity in relationships, feeling kind of not enough. It's a big thing that humans deal with. The big wound that I see. So anyway, I thought insecurity would be a good one to start with. So just figure out, what insecurity means to you right now in this moment while you're watching this tap. How does it relate to you? What specifically do you want to tap on in your life that's related to insecurity? And before we start this tap, I'm going to ask you a few questions for you to just kind of ask yourself and get the information, the answers to those questions, because that's really going to help you go through this tap. So once you have your issue, whatever it is, I want you to kind of name your issue, right? So if it's insecurity about job security, right? You can say insecurity about my job, or I'm insecure about my relationship, or I'm insecure about my body, whatever it is. Give it a title. And then I want you to ask yourself, what are the top 2 negative emotions that come up for you when you think about this issue? Top 2 negative emotions. And if you can write this information down, these little answers down, that would be great. But even just asking yourself the question is helpful. So now I want you to ask yourself, what's some negative things you say to yourself about this issue? So if it was insecurity about your body, right? It might be oh, I'm fat, or I'm too skinny, or I don't like my nose. I don't know. Negative things you might beat up on yourself about. And just note that. Maybe the top 1 or 2 things negatively you say to yourself about it. The next question is, what's the earliest memory you have of feeling these same ways? Feeling these same negative emotions, saying these same negative things to yourself? Earliest memory you have. And it doesn't have to be about the same specific issue. It might be about a different scenario. Just what comes up when I ask you that question. So there's just a couple more questions. Next one is, was there anyone in your family that also had similar issues or similar feelings or emotions? Anyone who could have like modeled this for you? So basically someone who is also feeling these same things, saying these same things to themselves, who you might have been around when you were younger. Because we often learn how to think and behave from our parents or whoever was around us the most when we were younger. Okay, and then my last question for you is, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel about this issue? If we're going to say like insecurity about the body, for example, because it's the first example I think of. How do you want to feel about your body? Positive emotions, positive thoughts. Because you get to create, your thoughts really do create your reality. So what do you want to think? What do you want to tell yourself about it? What do you want to feel when you think about your body or whatever the issue is? Just note that down. And if you guys want to actually, I see Kelly and Tammy watching live. Hi, guys. And if you guys want to, you don't have to share your specific issue, but if you want to type in maybe some of the positive things that you want to feel about whatever issue it is that you are tapping on, I would love to see those because I love to include that in the tap if possible. All right, cool. So we are going to get started. So everybody, if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, please don't do this while you're driving. If you're in a place where you can close your eyes and just get really settled. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths together to ground in here. So let's inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale again. Exhale. And inhale one more time. And let it out. And keeping your eyes closed for just another moment, just take another moment to just think about really what you want to use this session to create for yourself. We're doing energy work here, and energy work is powerful because it can be used to create new things. And your intention is very powerful because it gathers creative energy and puts it towards something. So whether it's you want to feel a certain way or you want to see something new in your life or you want clarity on something, just state that for yourself now, whatever it is that you want. Take one more deep breath in. Let it out. Good. All right. Ooh, okay. So seeing comments from our Patreons. So Kelly said, I want to feel confidence and satisfaction, happiness. Tammy, Tammy, do you want to go by Tammy or Tamara? I don't know what you're going by these days. I know you as Tammy. Let me know. Says, I'd like to feel happy and proud and confident. Ooh, I love all of those. I love that you both have confidence. That's something that I've been hearing a lot lately. People want to feel confident, and it makes sense. All right, cool. So we're going to start, Tammy. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. All right, so we're going to start by tapping on the chest. And I want you to all tune in to remember what your specific issue is with insecurity, because you're basically going to be filling in some of these blanks here. Okay? So take a deep breath and repeat after me. Even though I have this issue with insecurity, and say what your issue is, I'm open to the possibility that it's okay. I can still love and accept myself as I am. Good deep breath. Tap the top of the head. Part of me is so insecure here. And just kind of feel, how insecure are you? Like what level would you say it is out of 100%? Is it like 50, 70, 10? Tap the top of the eyebrows. Part of me feels really insecure about this specific situation. And say what this specific situation is. I'm open to loving and respecting myself, even though I'm insecure about the situation. And take a deep breath. Tap the side of the eyes. So before we go any further here, I want you to just take note of where you are on the intensity scale of this issue. So from 0 to 10, how intense does this issue feel for you? 10 being the most intense. And just note this number for yourself, like write it down or just remember it. Whatever it is fine. We're just going to use this to kind of feel where you are. And actually, if you guys watching can type in your number wherever you're starting at, that would be awesome. So we can kind of like see how you move. Take another deep breath. We're going to tap on the cheekbones, tuning back into the issue. When I think about this specific issue, and say what it is again, I feel so what? I want you to say the number one negative thing you feel about this issue. Tap under the nose. Part of me feels so, and say how you feel again, about this issue. Because why? Say why you feel that negative emotion. Tap under the lips. Even though part of me feels so whatever about this issue, and it makes me really uncomfortable, I'm open to loving and accepting myself as I am. Good. Take a deep breath. Awesome. Tap the chest. Cool. So Tammy said 10, starting at a 10. Kelly said, I'm at a 7, but I've been working on it a lot lately. Awesome. Great. Good. I love issues that like start high, because it means it's a big emotional charge for you, and those are the best issues to tap on because you have better access to them. You can feel them viscerally more. So if you notice, really what we're doing here is we're just acknowledging how we're feeling about this issue. And then we're saying, even though I feel this, it's okay. We're giving ourselves permission to feel what we feel about this issue, because normally what we do is we just like berate ourselves for feeling this way and tell ourselves to get over it, basically, and that doesn't work. So, okay, coming back, tuning back into the issue, this insecurity issue. Deep breath. I don't like feeling insecure. I want to feel like I have control over this situation. Now tap the front of the, you can't really see it, but the front of your ribs, front, bottom of your ribs. I don't like feeling insecure. And just say it. Nobody likes feeling insecure. It's like the worst feeling ever. Say it again. I do not like feeling insecure. I really wish I could feel more secure here. Deep breath. Now tap the side of the ribs. I've been feeling this insecurity for how long? How long have you been dealing with this specific issue? I've been feeling this insecurity since I was what? Take a deep breath. Tap the inside of the wrist. It's likely been a long time because a lot of the issues that we're dealing with now honestly started a long time ago. So I've been dealing with this for a while now. And part of me feels like I'm ready to let it go. Now flip your hand over and you're going to tap the side of the thumb. Part of me feels like I'm ready to let this insecurity go. Tap the index finger. But another part of me feels like it can't. And I want you to tune into this part of you that feels like it can't let this go. Because there's obviously two parts, right? There's a part of you that wants to get past this. That's the part of you that brought you to tap here on this today. And there's the part of you that's like, no, I'm not gonna. I think I'll just stay where I am with this. So I want you to tune into that part. What is that part? Where does that part come from? What is the emotion attached to that part, or the fear attached to that part that says, nope, not letting this go? Tap the middle finger. I give myself permission to hold on to this insecurity for as long as I need. I could take this to my deathbed if I really need to. It's possible that I don't have to let this go if I don't want to. Deep breath. So tap under the fourth finger. So what we're doing when we're giving it, this part of us that doesn't want to let it go, we're saying, okay, we're giving it permission. We're saying you don't have to let it go. If you don't want to, we don't have to. This is another way that we give parts of ourselves permission to just be as they are, basically. And that allows that part usually to relax a little bit. So let's just do a quick check-in with those that are watching. Let me know what's coming up for you guys, if any specific emotions are coming up, or just like how you're feeling, if you feel like you've gone up in intensity or down in intensity. And I want you watching to do that for yourself. Just take a little inventory. Ask yourself, like, where am I with this right now? How intense does this feel? Did my number go down? Did it go up a little bit? And what feels like the most intense part of this all now? And tap the little finger. So we'll move on. Part of me wants to let this go. Part of me wants to feel more secure here. But another part of me feels like it can't. Tap the side of the hand, and that's okay. It's possible that a long time ago, I had this experience that made me feel insecure. And it felt unsafe to feel secure. And I want you to think back to whatever that memory was that came up when I asked, what's the earliest time you can think of feeling this way? Think back to that memory. What was coming up in that memory? How did you feel in that experience? Was it something that made you feel like you thought you, for example, if you're insecure about your body, right? Like I have experiences like this in my life where it's like, I remember times where I thought that I could be like confident and secure. And then I would like come out of a dressing room or something like that. And my mom would be like, you can't wear that. And just kind of like subtly body shame me, not intentionally, but you know? And so then I would suddenly feel like, oh my God, it's not safe to feel secure. It's not safe to just think I'm okay and then come out here and then be criticized like this, right? Tap the top of the head. So I'm open to repeating after me. I'm open now to the possibility that this memory that I have was one of the first times I learned that it wasn't safe to feel secure. Tap the top of the eyebrows. Because I felt secure and then something bad happened. Deep breath. Tap the side of the eyes. I love and accept myself. Even with this memory and this experience that helped me create the belief that feeling secure wasn't safe. Good. Tap the cheekbones. Okay, so I'm tuning in. I'm reading comments right now. So Tammy said, I feel a bit more relaxed. Thinking of it all still makes me anxious. Kelly said what Tammy said. Kelly said what Tammy said. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, thinking of it all still makes me anxious. So tapping under the nose. So Tammy, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like, thinking of it all still makes you anxious. Like, it's like, yeah, I feel a little bit more relaxed, but I mean, I don't feel like it's really that, it's not really gone, right? It's a common thing that comes up. So actually, let's tap on that. Part of me is starting to feel more relaxed here. My lips. But I still feel really anxious about this. Deep breath. Tap the chest. I still feel really anxious about this situation. I'm worried. I want to be calm about it, but I'm worried about it. It's possible that it's okay for me to be worried. I'm still a lovable, acceptable person, even if I feel anxious or worried. Deep breath. Tap the front of the ribs. Part of me just wants this to be fixed. I just want this to be gone. I'm open to the possibility of loving and accepting myself right where I am with this issue. It's possible that this issue is here to tell me something. Now tap the side of the ribs, like right where your bra is. Bra would be. So, what do you think this issue is here to tell you? Because that's what I think all fears or negative emotions or anything like that is really about. I'm just here to kind of communicate something to you until you get the message, right? And then you can let it go, move on. Tap the inside of your wrist. Just kind of note to yourself, what's this telling me about myself or about something that I need to know? Take a deep breath. It's possible that however I'm feeling right now in this moment is valid, and that it's safe for me to feel whatever I need to feel. I'm open to bringing love and compassion to myself throughout this process. Now tap the top of the thumb. This is kind of hard for me to look at. Just acknowledge if it feels really hard to just like kind of go into this issue right now. It's not comfortable, you guys. I get it. And if you're watching this video right now and you're tapping, I commend you, because looking into our issues is not comfortable all the time at all. So let's just acknowledge that. Part of me doesn't even want to do this right now. Tap the top of the index finger. Part of me doesn't want to acknowledge this situation or this issue. But I'm open to the possibility that it's okay. I can love and accept myself even if I want to run or shut it all down. Deep breath. Okay, let's do another check-in and just see where everybody's at. Where is everybody at number-wise? If you're watching this, just do a check-in with yourself. What number did you start with in terms of intensity? What number, where are you now? And just notice how you feel in your body. Speaking of how you feel in your body, I want you to tune in with your body and notice how you feel, like if you feel this issue physically in your body anywhere. Like if you feel anxiety about this, where do you feel that anxiety? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your throat? Where do you feel this issue of insecurity at? Tap under the fourth finger. And let's just address that physical sensation. So wherever it is, tune into it and say, I acknowledge this feeling of insecurity in my what? Where do you feel it? physically. My stomach and my throat, my whatever. Tap the little finger. I can feel this uncomfortable energy in my, and say where it is again. And it feels really uncomfortable. And describe how it feels. Is it like a stabbing or like a heaviness, or what does it feel like? So I acknowledge this sensation related to my feeling of insecurity in my where? Tap the side of the hand. And it feels so uncomfortable. It feels like, say what it feels again. Describe it. But even though I have this really uncomfortable sensation in my, it's possible that I'm okay. I can still love and express myself, even with this weird physical sensation related to my feeling of insecurity. Deep breath. Tap the top of the head. Where did this feeling of insecurity come from? Just ask yourself that. Besides maybe that experience that you had, right? That memory we were thinking about. I'm open now to the possibility that I learned to feel insecure from people around me. At the top of the eyebrows. I remember seeing my who act insecure. On the side of the eyes. So maybe it was your mom, right? I remember seeing my mom act insecure by doing what? Or by saying what? Tap the cheekbones. I remember I was how many years old? And my who would say this or would do this. Tap under the nose. And that happened all the time. Or it happened one time, but I remember it very well. Tap on our lips. And when it happened, I remember thinking, what? What did you think when you witnessed this behavior from this person who was close to you or hanging around with you when you were younger? Deep breath. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself, even if I saw this behavior and decided to take it on as my own because I thought that that's what people did. Tap the chest. I love and forgive myself for repeating this and perpetuating this insecurity. And I'm open now to the possibility that I can be more secure here. It's possible that I can be more confident here. Deep breath. Inside of the wrist, and switch wrists if you haven't already. I'm creating the new belief that I can feel happy and proud. and confident in myself in this situation. At the top of the head. Part of me still wants to hide or tell myself that I'm not good enough. Top of the eyebrows. But I'm open to the possibility that I am enough. I don't have to be perfect. Tap the side of the eyes. I am lovable exactly as I am, with all of my human flaws. The cheekbones. And it's possible that I'm safe and secure in this situation. And I'm capable of more than I thought here. Tap one over the nose. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deep breath. Good. Tap the chest. And just again, tune into how you're feeling. See how you feel in your body. Tune back into this insecurity issue and see like what pieces of it still feel sticky. Where are you with it? Give everyone watching an opportunity to, I guess, say where they are in terms of their numbers, or if you're watching, let me know what still feels sticky to you or where you are with your numbers. And let's just take some more deep breaths. So when we just give ourselves space to acknowledge our feelings, oftentimes just that alone can really, really help us relax about it and get clarity on it and realize that a lot of the things we're experiencing, they're just kind of stories that we're telling ourselves, which are helping us create our reality. So if we're telling this story, this kind of negative story that's creating these negative experiences, sorry, just reading. Definitely went down. Hard subject, which is why I wanted to try this as a new technique. Cool, Tammy. Like you went down in intensity. I'm assuming that's what you meant. And just let me know if there's anything like left specifically of that, like any sort of emotion or piece of it that you want to like go into a little deeper to get it down even more, because we have some time here and we can get a little more specific if you'd like. But anyway, if we just really give ourselves, if we can do this technique with ourselves and relax our nervous system enough, then we can be clear on the stories that we're really telling ourselves and the beliefs that we have. And then we can get clear on the fact that, oh, okay, if I'm choosing in a way to believe this, then I can choose a new belief. I can program a new belief right in here. So this is a really powerful tool, not only in releasing like dense emotion, but it's also a powerful tool in reprogramming the mind, because now that we've kind of gone down in intensity in this issue, we can start putting in some new things that we want to feel, the new things we want to believe. Awesome. Yeah, sorry, down in intensity. Awesome, Tammy. That's great. If there's anything else that you want to zone in on, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start winding down and going more into the positives. All right. So tap the top of the head. Think back to your issue again. I honor and acknowledge this issue I have with insecurity. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself right where I am with it. At the top of the eyebrows. I'm feeling calmer now, more relaxed, more clear. And it's possible that even if this comes back up again, it's okay. Top the side of the eyes. It's possible that I have a new perspective on this issue now, and that this insecurity will show up differently in my life for the better. Tap the cheekbones. I feel more clear on why this has come up for me and what I can learn from it. Tap it in the nose. And that feels good. Deep breath. Tap under the lips. And I'm creating the new belief that I am secure here. And it's possible that I can feel confidence and satisfaction and happiness. Tap the chest. And that I can love myself where I'm at with this, even if I make a mistake. It's all part of the process. Tap inside the wrist. I'm a really strong, kind person. And I give myself permission to take my time with this. I don't have to get it all perfect. I just have to be willing to show up and allow and receive. Tap the top of the thumb. I'm open to the possibility that I can feel happy and proud and confident in this situation, and that I'm fully supported in this. At the top of the index finger. The universe has my back. I have my back. And I got this. Middle finger. I deeply and completely love and accept myself as I am and as I will be. And tap the chest, take a deep breath. Beautiful. And just tell yourself something sweet, something that you really appreciate about yourself, even if you're just thanking yourself for taking a little bit of time for yourself today. Like I said, it's, not comfortable to do this work all of the time. Can be kind of painful sometimes, but that's why we create communities and really find ways to support each other and hold each other's hands through processing some of this stuff so that we can grow and get to where we want to go in our lives. So thank you so much for tuning in live. To those of you who did, thank you so much to you if you're watching this later. Thank you for showing up for you. And please send me any suggestions that you have for the following weeks, any topics that you want to specifically go over. Really open to suggestions and excited to see where these next videos take us. Sending you so much love. Oh, wait, real quick. Sorry. Tammy said, thank you. I'm so excited for this. Yeah, let me know in the comments real quick how you feel. If you feel better or what you Kelly said really needed this today. Thank Lex. Thank you so much. Yeah. So happy to connect with you guys and happy that you felt benefit from this. Love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. You can send me a message, okay?